Write your letters in the sand for the day I take your hand in the land that our grandchildren knew.
10:12 on this 25th day of January. Shane Williams and the Alton Symphony Orchestra are getting ready for Sips and Strings on February the 11th. Shane Williams is on the line now with me. Shane, how are you guys feeling ahead of this really cool event?
Well, we're feeling great about it. It's something that is unique. We haven't done this before, and we think it will really appeal to the people in the Alton community. It's called Sip and Strings because you can sip wine. It's a wine tasting combined with a string quartet while you're enjoying your wine and enjoying conversations with others who share in that similar interest.
Sounds like my type of event.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really cool, Shane, not to cut you off, but ahead of Valentine's Day, there is nothing better.
Yes, the timing of it is we specifically plan that so that it is ahead of Valentine's Day. I know a lot of people go out on Valentine's Day, but sometimes it's you can have a more enjoyable event a little early where you're not fighting the long lines and different items like that.
Absolutely. Now, where is this event going to be again?
Being held at the Jacoby Arts Center. That's located 627 East Broadway, right down there in Alton. It's a wonderful venue to have this. We're so pleased to be collaborating with them. And the tickets ahead of time are $25 a person. And then at the door, they're $30 a person.
And now, does that include the tasting as well?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
Yes, it does. And we're doing this. We're doing this as part of a fundraiser, but we tried to design our fundraisers that it's not only raising funds for the Alton Symphony, but that it's also appealing to the crowd in the Alton community. And so that's why we've combined these two things. You get to enjoy the wine and you get to enjoy wonderful music from our principal players of the Alton Symphony.
That's awesome. And now, can you tease us a little bit of what type of some music's coming our way, what we can keep our ears tuned in for?
Well, yes, they have a wonderful variety of music they're going to play. If you like classical, they'll be playing some Mozart, some Beethoven. They have some of the more modern pieces that others enjoy. It's a wonderful evening of coming out and listening to wonderful music. I'm sure that there's something that will fancy your taste between the wine and the music.
I mean, this is really cool. Now, have you guys done this type of an event before?
We have done fundraisers. We have our annual trivia night that's coming at the I think it's May 13th at this point, and we've done other fundraisers, but this is our first time of doing a Sip and Strings, and I will say it's limited to 200 guests. And so I don't know how much I would bank on showing up at the door, but it would be great to go ahead and get your tickets ahead of time.
And you can find those tickets online at altonsymphonyorchestra.org/sips-strings. So there you go, altonsymphonyorchestra.org/sips-strings, and you can find those tickets right there. I mean, seriously, this is something for me. I think this is a really cool way, and honestly, the two categories pair perfectly with this, Shane.
Yes, they do. And I do want to give a holler out to Dude Jones at Kerner Distributing.
Yep, great guy.
Helping us work this event together, and it just shows how much can be accomplished when people work together, especially to have a wonderful event like this.
Exactly, because this is no easy feat. I mean, this is a lot of moving parts, especially when you're dealing with distributors and trying to get this organized. Now, from start to finish, how long did it take to kind of put this one together?
Well, I cannot tell you that exactly. I know we have one of our executive board members who has been spearheading the the committee, Miss Casey Hansen, and she does a wonderful job of helping people work together for different events. And so I'm sure she's been working on it at least probably 3 months, 3 to 4 months, just to make sure that everything's really wonderful.
Now, Shane, for this quarter, for January to March to January to May, is this going to be one of the only times we're going to be able to indulge in the music of the symphony, or are there more concerts in that timeline as well?
Oh, there are more concerts. We are currently rehearsing for our next concert, which is February 26th. It's the only concert in the year that we do. We do this concert on a Sunday afternoon, and the title of this concert is An Afternoon of Spanish Music, Dance, Delight, and Desperation. And it's just wonderful. We're playing Rimsky-Korsakov's Capriccio Español, which features our concertmaster Vince Piazza on violin. We're doing Carmen Suites 1 and 2. Sometimes people just usually do one or the other, but it's really a different, wonderful experience when you play them all together. And we have a guest performer. You don't want to miss her. She is the winner of the Marie Stilwell concerto competition that we have with the Alton Symphony. And her name is Miss Hannah Wolkowitz. She is 16 years old. She is a student at Parkway Central in St. Louis, and she is playing the Glazunov Concerto in E-flat major. And let me tell you, she makes the alto sax it sounds like a voice, and it's just amazing. You'll want to hear it. That's at February 26th, 3 o'clock at Hathaway Hall.
Awesome. And then for the best way to stay up to date on these shows, Shane, is it altonsymphonyorchestra.org for that best information?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
Yes, it is. You can purchase tickets there ahead of time, and so this is our next concert that we have coming. And then our final concert, which is Saturday, April 29th. It's a wonderful concert with an evening with the masters. And we're looking forward to that as well.
That is incredible. And before we circle back to Sips and Strings, I got to ask, just because I'm on the website and I'm looking through, don't know how I didn't ask you this sooner. Just real briefly, I didn't realize how many amazing artists and groups you've been able to work with in your career. And, you're bringing that, and have brought this to the Alton Symphony Orchestra, the Elvis Show, or Dionne Warwick and Amy Grant. If you could, can you talk to us a couple of minutes about that real quick? Because that is something I've never asked you before.
Well, thank you. It's everybody in the Alton Symphony brings their gifts and their experiences together. Mine happened to be through percussion is my main instrument, and I've been very blessed to play with so many of the wonderful artists that are out there. And I played extra with the St. Louis Symphony. I've had the opportunity to be on tour with them and play in Carnegie Hall. And what I try to do is I feel that those experiences, it's not about me, but to take those experiences and bring what I've learned into the orchestra or any group that I'm involved in, things that I've learned in playing with the late Roger Williams, just a wonderful pianist, but an excellent performer, and having worked with Joel Gray and Tommy Tune, just learning how to make it more than just a concert, but make it something that people, they want to keep coming back, and they also feel that they're a part of it. They're not just sitting in the crowd and clapping after a piece, but they feel like they take a vested interest and are a part of the group that's performing. That
is just wonderful. And for us to be so honestly just so lucky to have talented individuals such as yourself and such as all of the performers that are a part of the symphony is really a treat for all of us to have right here in our own backyard. let's transition back real quick and let's touch back on Sips and Strings. That's on Saturday, February the 11th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. right over there at Jacoby Arts Center in Alton. And this is really cool. So is there going to be a selection of wine that we need to keep our eyes out for? Is this an event for all types of wine lovers, or is this a specialty for, the reds of the world or the white wine lovers of the world?
There will be all types of wine available. It's just going to be tremendous. You're exactly right about, the date and the time. And, just come out for a wonderful evening. And again, not only will you be able to sip the wine, something that's important is to know you're sipping the wine, you're listening to wonderful music, but you are eligible to also purchase wine while you are there. And that's very important. Dude Jones over there he's just really working with us and giving us percentage of, donating a percentage for our cause. And it's just it's a win-win-win for everybody, and everybody should be there.
That is really cool. I mean, this is a perfect event because if my math's correct, Shane, and I didn't, I'm not good at those number books, but I am good at talking about things. And from my math here, I'm looking, the 11th is the Saturday before Valentine's Day. So you're telling me I can take the loved one or significant other out to go listen to some of the best classical music, best music in general in the area, have some wine while I'm doing it, and then I can purchase that wine and take it home for us for that Sunday when we're in bed all day watching some TV and movies.
You are exactly right. And on top of that, you're going to see your friends there doing the same thing.
That's
and
true.
How wonderful is that? Just to share a positive experience in life with others that you care about, that you're interested in. You're not talking about work. You're just there sharing life. That
is incredible. And Shane, is there anything else that we need to highlight about this event that I haven't so far?
Well, I think we've covered it. Just really looking and trying to reach out to the Alton community and just say, this is an event you don't want to miss. And if you're reluctant about, I'm not sure I like classical music, because a lot of times people will only associate they hear strings and they go, oh, well, that's classical music.
Right.
I'm not sure I like it. Well, it's actually just the medium. A lot of music, yes. Play classical music. They also play jazz. They also play ballads. They play the pop charts. It's not just associated with that instrument. It's like saying that a trumpet player only plays jazz. No, he plays all sorts of different genres of music. And this is just a treat for everyone to enjoy.
That is wonderful. And, I got to ask you before I let you go, and honestly, you've just nailed it. I mean, every point that I wanted to kind of hit on this event is really just been made. But I got to ask you, I've been poking a lot of fun at weather people today. Did you get a lot of snow over where you're located?
Well, the word "a lot" is a subjective word.
Good point. Good point.
And I know that these the weather personnel, they do their best to predict what's going to happen. But it just really shows us all that we're not in control of the weather, that there's a higher being. And if it's going to snow, it's going to snow. And if it's going to rain, it's going to rain. And as we say in Missouri, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. It's going to change.
You aren't kidding. So, Shane, moral of the story is there's probably been more snow on a stage during a Christmas concert than there is in your backyard right now.
Absolutely.
Well, Shane, I really appreciate you always filling us in on all the details and the latest when it comes to Alton Symphony Orchestra's upcoming performances like this one, Sip and Strings. That's on the 11th of February. It starts at 6 p.m. all over at Jacoby Arts Center. For more information or for tickets, AltonSymphonyOrchestra.org/sip-strings. You can get tickets right there on that link. Shane Williams, thank you so much for your time.
Well, CJ, thank you so much. And just a word out to everybody. don't write doing this down on a note. Just go ahead, get on the internet, and buy your ticket now. You'll be happy.
Oh, one last thing. What do these fundraising efforts go towards? Is it just more concerts, more activities that you can provide for this area?
Well, the Alton Symphony is a non-for-profit organization, and we go out and we apply for grants. We depend on ticket sales is a small portion of what we have coming in, but we look for donations. We apply for grants. We do fundraisers. We're constantly. It's just part of survival. To that you would generate income for the success of the orchestra. And, if today, people feel I just want to give in to to this wonderful gem of Alton, then please, you can do that on the website as well. And, but yeah, it's a lot of work. We have a wonderful executive board and a wonderful board of directors, and they work very hard with the orchestra members to not only bring wonderful music, but to help spread the word and help us continue to function. We're in our 78th year.
Wow.
And if those people were still around, I think they'd be proud to know that Alton still has this gem of music that is flourishing.
Absolutely, and they have a really good leader. Is it Maestro? Maestro. I do this all the time.
It's Maestro.
Maestro. I do it to you all the time. I don't know if I think it's just a mental note at this point. It's like my PTSD is I just can't announce words when I need to. And we can all cherish and, just have a great time and enjoy Alton's Gym. The Alton Symphony Orchestra, like I said, Sip and Strings on the 11th of February over at Jacoby Arts Center. More information, altonsymphonyorchestra.com/sips-strings. And Shane, thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
CJ, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who's out there listening. We just, even if you can't make it yourself, tell a friend about it. Have them come for you.
Sharing a Facebook post is free of charge.
There you go.
There you go. 1029. Shane Williams, been a great conversation, and more of this show is rolling on with Tom Emery. We're going to learn about some of the romances of past presidents. It's going to get interesting after this.